back, recording another match, just waiting for someone to jump in a queue. While I wait, we'll show you another Dega combination deck, which is a smallpox walker deck that I have been working on. Pretty, similar in a lot of ways. It runs Sorens, Johnnies, Lingering Souls, of course, Damnation, Smallpox, and Boom Bust. So essentially, you want to just kind of tempo them. They play a turn 1, Noble Hierarch, turn 1 Birds, turn 1 Deathred Shaman. You really destroy them with Smallpox. You got a lot of the same cards, though. Flagstones. And, of course, with Boom Bust and a Fetch, it's basically just a sinkhole, Modern Eagle sinkhole. So this deck is kind of just, play 3 Planeswalkers, bust, win the game, beat them down with tokens. And it's got, Zealous Persecution, a lot of the same cards in the sideboard. Anger of the Gods, Stony Silence, all these important things. So there you have it. Pretty sweet deck, pretty fun deck. That's something that you guys might want to try. I didn't create the original one, of course. Just before anyone calls me a thief, I did find it searching around for Smallpox decks on TCG Player. It was actually top 16 in a modern event earlier last year, 2013. And I like the list. It's also has a 1 of Phyrexian Arena. Might want to be a 2 of, actually. I feel like it's basically like, its own Planeswalker. Really, really good when the games go grindy. I actually had one game go 23 turns with this deck, so this deck loves to play those ridiculously grindy games. Okay, so here we are with Team Italia. And I don't know if you noticed, but I never have to mulligan. So I'm lucky. I don't know, this deck, just like Jund, not a lot of hands need to be mulliganed. Thoughtseize makes it a lot worse. It's just going to take the Sculler, but that's fine. And I drew another one. Well, I'm going to get him next turn, good. Unless he Thoughtseizes me again, in which case I'm going to flip my computer table over. So, Godless Shrine untapped. Interesting, so it's probably either Esper, Gifts, Control. I want a Blood Crypt. I can't get away from not playing Tidal Scholar here, but I think he's got a mana leak or something. But, who's going to he's going to get a card out of that eventually. Can't really play around Mana Leak with this deck. It's pretty late on lands a lot of the time. Main deck's Spreading Seas. Not even the first time I've seen this in the past couple days. Interestingly enough. Go ahead and just play Lingering Souls. Even in matchups like this, Sword is fine, just as making your tokens a threat, right? Because you've got 5 cards in hand. We're talking, huge damage coming out of this. If he chooses to tap out here. Thalia. Really interesting. So has a Thalia. Oh, I think I know what he's playing. I think he's playing the Zur the Enchanter deck that Caleb Durward was playing, which means he doesn't have. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because although it means he can counter my sword, he's probably gonna want to do something about these tokens. In which case, I'm going to play an equipped sword next turn anyway. Okay, so we bottom this card for Thalia. Or Thalia. Thassa's. The word I've been looking for here. So, Deathrite Shaman, don't care about it that much. I can kill it if I want to. And Thoughtseize, well. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Especially when that happens. Hope you like tokens, bro. Okay, so I have lethal next turn if he doesn't kill any of these. And in fact, if he doesn't get rid of this bolt, he's got to kill 3+. So it's hard to see him getting out of this. He can gain 2. And it's that one well, so pretty sure that's the Zur the Enchanter deck, because why else would he be running through it? Esper colors with a Thassa. Right, if he's Merfolk, he's going to be mono blue, or maybe like a splash of black. So, that in mind, Zur. Both of these seem fine. The removals like Detention Sphere, things like that. Liliana is not the best. Hard to say what to bring in this matchup. Probably want Hide Seek. At the very least, I can use it to make sure what he is for the next game. A lot of answers coming out. Just coming out. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure against this deck what I want. I mean, like it plays like a mid-rangey, tempo-ish. It has Geist of St. Traft. But I mean, I can block with, you know, quite a few things to just trade with the Geist. So, I think this is okay. Tough call, though. Hit again, as you can see. All good hands for me. So, Mesa to turn Godless Shrine if I don't get Thoughtseized. Seems likely. Okay, I'm gonna turn 1 Thoughtseize. Breeding Pool as well. Does that change anything? Does this change my line? I think it does, just based on, you know, you could have some crazy turn 2 play. I gotta just prevent that. Like a turn 2 Geist would be pretty bad for me. Okay. I'm gonna bait him out with this Deathrite Shaman that I don't really care that much about. I feel like Skull is just more important, so when he leaks this... There you go, I get to play it anyway. Which could be relevant, depending on what I draw. A Thassa. Well, this is going to be good for me if he's not here. So as expected, I was correct, and his Zur is now gone, and he's probably raging. Steal the Godhead. Good card, but not the greatest here without any adventures. He's got to draw some removal quickly, or he is dead. can't pay for Mana Leak anyway, so I'm just going to play the Black Leaf place now. And, oh well. I'm thinking I had an extra land there in play, but I didn't. Okay, well, he's in pretty big trouble here. I mean, his next creature is going to die. He basically has to draw removal from this Tidehalla Sculler in the next turn. I mean, he has Path, but I don't think he has Dismember, so... And that was even better than Sword, so... Okay, make him discard. And, looks like we may have him here. He's got Skill of Godhead and an Unknown in hand. Click. He's clicking us. So, Sword's gone. Placed it with just as good of a card. Not really a big deal since he's dead on board anyway. I guess he can chump our Sculler that we're gonna fly. Steal. Unblockable. But it's not white, so I do not care about that. Attacking. And scooping. Okay. I'll be back for some more at some point.